Hi, this is Marcy Lamberson, and today we are making candy corn beads. It's almost Halloween this month. Anyhow, of course I had to do a little research, and of course I had to taste some and get some. It's research, I'm sure it is. And the rest of the package will be additional research when I'm done. So let me start up my torch. I'm working on just a little Nortel minor today. Perfect, I've got an oxygen concentrator, and I'm going to use a 1/16 mandrel with Dip and Go Blue Sludge. And I have orange, which is an Epitre. Well, these are all Epitre. And a yellow 408 and the white right here. Although of course you can use any colors that you want. I think candy corns would be fun as different colors too. So what essentially we're going to be doing is making a cone and slightly flattening it. Oh darn, I hope I don't get glass in there. I'm going to move my candy corns out a little bit. More research, I'm sure. Okay, so what I'm going to do is start my cone, and the bottom is yellow, so the widest part will be yellow, and we can always go over the top. These are, all of these are opaques that I'm using. And don't forget, because we're going to be mashing it a little bit, we want our cone to look a little bit slimmer before we mash it than we think we need, because as we press it, it's going to flatten it out and widen it out also. So think kind of proportionate. I put my first wrap on, and those are pretty thin there, so I'm not going to make a very big bead. The orange is the widest part from my research. So I'm going to put it right next to this yellow, and I'm going to do less of it in thickness this way and a little bit wider this way and longer. So I'm going to warm up where the yellow is, where it's going to be connecting. You want a good solid connection on it. And we'll wrap around a little bit. If you wrap too much, don't worry. You can go over the top of it, you can change it, you can add more yellow. It all works. Yeah, that's kind of funny looking, isn't it? We're going to heat that up and marver it in, and then we'll add the white at the end. So I'm going slowly on this. I want a good connection, but I don't want to lose control. So I'm using my Cote Marver here and just marvering it a little bit on an angle. So when I'm marvering it on an angle, it gives it more this conical shape. So we're getting close, and let's just even it up on top a little bit more, although noticing these, none of those stripes are perfectly horizontal, so you really don't have to worry on this one. And we'll add a little wrap of white, say that 10 times fast, and this needs to be pretty small. If you have a stringer, that would work well also. So don't forget, when you're working with orange and yellow, they don't look orange and yellow when they are hot. Unfortunately, it's a little bit harder, but you will be able to differentiate. The orange will look black instead. So a little skinny wrap of the white. Don't put too much on, you don't need a lot. You do want to have a good end on it in the long run. And I'll heat up the rest of the bead while that's setting up a little bit, and then we'll marver it again. And again, I marver on an angle to give the cone shape. So I'm going to connect it well here, and that is by heating it up where they connect. I'm going to heat up the rest of my bead, and then I'm going to marver it on an angle to give it that cone shape. See, we're almost there already. So to press it, I have some parallel mashers. And these will work great. So what I'm going to do is just warm it up a little bit. You don't want to mash it too thin. See, this is the thickness here versus the size. So we're just going to do this. We've heated it up some, let it cool a tiny bit, and just gently press a bit. And from here, if you want to get fussy about it, you can push up your white. Don't forget, if you push with brass, brass will push the glass while metal will just, or graphite will just smooth the glass. Just making it nice and even. When these make cute little earrings or something else. And there you have it. This is pretty easy, a candy corn bead, waiting for Halloween and not for human consumption. And of course, when this cools, I'll take a photo and add it to this. Thanks for joining me. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe right down below, Marcy Lamberson, and come take one of my classes sometimes. I teach all around the country. You can find me on Facebook under Marcy Lamberson, Instagram, and all over the place. Thanks. Bye.